Today, let's talk about talent. Our topic is the 3 traits of outstanding talent. The current economic situation isn't ideal, and many young people are struggling to find jobs. Yet, from the perspective of employers, it has always been difficult to find truly outstanding candidates. So, what exactly makes someone an outstanding talent, and why are such people so rare? I believe the core issue lies in the way Chinese universities educate students. Whether it's the teaching methods, campus culture, or curriculum design, universities today are largely disconnected from the actual needs of society. In many ways, they are no longer cultivating real talent. The college entrance exam is a zero-sum game. It's understandable for high schools to focus on exam preparation, but now many universities have become overly exam-focused too, teaching college students as if they were still in high school. Countless students spend 4 years in college preparing for graduate school exams without acquiring any real skills. And once they get into graduate programs, professors often find that these students lack hands-on abilities, research skills, interest in scientific inquiry, and academic taste. Everything must be taught from scratch. But we'll set that aside for now. Let's say, as an employer, I've accepted the reality that most college graduates are underprepared. I'm not even looking for someone with perfect technical skills anymore. I just want someone who's capable and reliable. Someone I can train on the job. As long as they're humble, eager to learn, smart, diligent, and know how to get things done, we're happy to have them. But how can I find such a person? Put simply, is there a straightforward set of traits that allows us to quickly identify someone with high potential? This question has been studied throughout history, and today's researchers have reached a stable and reliable conclusion. Outstanding talent generally requires a high IQ and strong character traits. We've talked about IQ many times in our channel. It affects how quickly someone learns, their reasoning ability, their capacity to understand tasks and solve problems. Unsurprisingly, it correlates positively with career advancement, income, and quality of life. When it comes to personality, the most widely accepted framework in modern psychology is the Big 5 personality traits: openness, conscientiousness, extraversion, agreeableness, and emotional stability. So, which of these 5 traits, like IQ, are most strongly correlated with success at work? Over the past 2 decades, this question has been extensively studied. A recent paper by Gillis E. Gignac of the University of Western Australia reviewed prior research and found that 3 traits most strongly correlated with educational attainment, job performance, physical health, relationship satisfaction, and overall well-being are IQ, conscientiousness, and emotional stability. These 3, IQ, conscientiousness, and emotional stability, are the best predictors of who will become an outstanding professional. The higher someone scores in these areas, the more likely they are to excel in their work. So, ideally, you should be looking for people who are smart, responsible, and emotionally stable. But Gignac's research also highlights a sobering fact: such individuals are very rare. Let's start with conscientiousness. Highly conscientious people take responsibility seriously and complete tasks with care and diligence. If studying hard gets them good grades, they'll study hard. If putting effort into a task leads to success, they'll give it their all. If they see housework as their duty, they'll do it well. Not only do conscientious individuals meet expectations, but they also take initiative. They won't sit by idly when they see something wrong. Give them a goal, and they'll find a way to achieve it. Make a promise, and they'll follow through. You don't need to micromanage them. They're their own supervisors. At work, conscientious people demonstrate a strong sense of professionalism. They are organized, self-disciplined, and reliable. They rarely make mistakes and actively overcome challenges. Who wouldn't want employees like that? All jobs require conscientiousness. In research, for example, most work isn't about brilliant insights. It's about meticulous execution of experiments and data recording. Fields like architecture, engineering, accounting, project management, medicine, teaching, law, and more demand even higher levels of responsibility. In fact, research has shown that, beyond IQ, conscientiousness is the single most important trait for job performance, academic success, and life satisfaction. Ironically, standardized testing measures both IQ and conscientiousness. While it may suppress creativity, it tends to select for individuals who are both intelligent and highly conscientious. Precisely the kind of people who should be the backbone of society. Emotional stability is the opposite of neuroticism. It measures how well someone remains calm under stress or in unexpected situations, whether they can maintain emotional control instead of panicking or becoming hysterical. Emotionally stable people stay cool in emergencies. You could assign them a new task at 3 a.m. and they'd calmly say, "Got it." If a crisis unfolds on-site, or they face an unreasonable client, they respond in an orderly and composed manner. Even if they're going through a divorce at home, they don't bring their emotions into the workplace. These individuals usually have a positive outlook on life, and may have grown up in relatively stable environments without traumatic experiences. They're good at regulating their emotions, handling stress, and staying resilient. They rarely burn out or disappear without a word. Such people are ideal for high-pressure roles. Surgeons, anesthesiologists, ER doctors, pilots, firefighters, therapists, customer service reps. Jobs that demand clear thinking in tough moments. For senior leaders, emotional stability is essential. Can you stay composed when the company's stock price is crashing? Can you face a PR disaster with poise and focus? If yes, you're ready to lead. The remaining 3 big 5 traits also affect workplace success, but they come with trade-offs, so their correlations are weaker. Extraversion can help with client relationships, influence, and leadership, but too much may hinder independent, deep thinking. Conversely, introverts may struggle with leadership presence. Agreeableness helps build trust and cooperation, but overly agreeable people may avoid conflict and lack decisiveness. Too little, and collaboration suffers. Openness fuels creativity and adaptability, but excessive openness can lead to distraction and lack of focus. Too little, and creativity suffers. In contrast, conscientiousness and emotional stability are unambiguous goods. The higher, the better. Here, we're focusing on work and learning. Outside the workplace, even low levels of these traits may have evolutionary advantages, such as flexibility or sensitivity, but those strengths rarely shine in today's work environment. In specific contexts, other traits can shine, but usually with the right support or compensation. On their own, they often aren't enough. Outstanding talent stands out by being exceptional, well beyond average. And that requires extremes. In today's world, the most valuable extremes are in IQ, conscientiousness, and emotional stability. What if you insist on hiring people who are strong in all 3 areas? According to Gignak's study, such individuals are extremely rare. Let's define exceptional. Gignak uses a threshold of 2 standard deviations above the mean. In a normal distribution, that equates to the top 2.3% of the population, those with IQs above 130. If all 3 traits, IQ, conscientiousness, and emotional stability, were entirely independent, then only 2.3% times 2.3% times 2.3% equals 0.012%, or 12 in a million people would qualify. Fortunately, the traits aren't completely independent. IQ and conscientiousness have a weak negative correlation, -0.03, IQ and emotional stability a weak positive 1, 0.07, and conscientiousness and emotional stability a stronger positive correlation, 0.42. Taking this into account, Gignak ran computer simulations and found that about 85 people per million score highly in all 3 traits. It means truly outstanding talent is even harder to find than 1 in 10,000. This finding has a clear implication. Employers should lower their expectations. Just as many young people fantasize about finding a partner who is both brilliant and beautiful, we may expect too much from talent. So what if you can't find someone who excels in all 3 traits? Which one should you prioritize? The answer depends on the nature of the job. Academic work may favor high IQ. Leadership roles demand emotional stability. But in my opinion, conscientiousness is the most underrated and underappreciated trait today. Many people wish they were smarter. Some want to be more emotionally stable. But few people say, "I want to be more conscientious." It seems like something we do for others. Yet research consistently shows that conscientiousness helps enormously in school, at work, and in personal life. Being dependable, organized, and trustworthy makes you a valuable employee. It makes your life easier and more fulfilling. People who keep things in order, never forget tasks, and maintain clean, efficient environments. How can they not be happy? We once discussed in a previous video. When choosing a life partner, don't focus on looks, income, or background. Just look for these 4 traits: high life satisfaction, secure attachment style, conscientiousness, and a growth mindset. Of these, only conscientiousness is part of the Big Five. A 2014 longitudinal study that tracked 4,500 Australian couples over 5 years found this. If you want to succeed professionally, first marry someone with high conscientiousness. They'll manage the home, reduce your stress, and help you stay focused. The same goes for business partners. Conscientiousness benefits both self and others. It means taking responsibility for your life and for those around you. IQ is hard to change. But character traits, thankfully, are more malleable. We've all seen people whose personalities changed drastically over time. While some aspects of character are innate, much is shaped by environment and effort, and we can cultivate it. To improve conscientiousness, try time management tools, keep to-do lists, and reward yourself for meeting small goals. To boost emotional stability, try mindfulness meditation or cognitive reframing. Like Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius suggested, break problems into small parts and tackle them one at a time, building confidence gradually. It is said that, Bruce Lee once said, knowledge will give you power, but character respect. That's it for today's content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
If you feel there is value in this, please like, subscribe to this channel, and leave your thoughts or suggestions in the comments section. Let's grow together and read more good books.